It's Christmas! Welcome to Bootleg Maker's Secret Santa. So myself and some other makers, we were never going to be rubbing shoulders with the big YouTube makers, so we made our own Secret Santa. This is my build video, so we have to go back to the beginning where it all started in July. So I have just received an email from Santa, from Bootleg Santa, and it says I am making for Phil Makes Things. So I usually like to do practical gifts, but, well, you know Phil, he makes things. But that'll be fine, I'll think of something and I'll have my workshop by then, so yeah, that'll be fun. I've got loads of time, it's fine.
One eternity later.
I finally thought of an idea. It's going to have to be art. Scroll saw art, that would be good. I've never done it before, but how hard could it be? Armed with some poor Photoshop skills and a photo of his beloved cat from our Bad Audio podcast WhatsApp group, I started. So today is Saturday the 25th of October. So this is me starting to build the actual project. Let me show you what I've got. I have this nice piece of redwood. About this much of it was used to carve a spoon, but I think this would make a really nice frame. I don't have a table saw right now, but I have a track saw. And I've had to make a little jig, so it's going to sit up against there. And this is the same height, so to support the track. We'll just see if it works. And here is a dodgy router setup because another thing I don't have is a router table. So I'm going to take a little notch out of the edge of these lengths for the frame so that I can mount the plywood to the back and it'll be all nice and hidden. I am happy with all of these. I'm going to give them a little sand so I can take the pencil off. And then I will measure how big I need the plywood backer to be to sit in the groove. Cut that. Also, my wood for the scroll saw arrived, so I think this evening I will work on getting it printed off and stuck. Oh, a rainbow. I have now taken loads of the nodes out and smoothed everything out manually, and I am happy with this. Welcome to my office where I normally work from home. I've put a drop cloth on my desk and this is now my craft table. So the reason I'm doing it like this, because it would fit on this way up. I just wanted the grain to run this way. I think it will look nicer. Just going to spray these over here spare bits in case I need to, in case I can't cut into the good bit, I can do them again. I have been faffing and fiddling all morning and I've decided I hate this. I don't know why I chose to do this. Oh my god. Where is my case? The scroll saw doesn't like me. I'm not automatically good at it. I can't get the blade tension right. I think I've chosen a very hard material to cut and very thick. Although the internet said maple is good. They lie. And it's as last minute as I can get really, so classic me. How hard could it be? Actually kinda. Wish me luck. So slow. At what point do I give up? I don't have the patience for this. All the time. I know it's not as nice, but MDF and paint it at least. I should be able to get through it and then I can shape it nicely with my Dremel. It's still Sunday evening, up at 6ish. I'm just gonna put some Danish oil on this. Ignore my mess while I decide what to do for the main bit of the design. I might have a solution. This is my dad.
Hello.
Dad has saved the day with a bandsaw. Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome.
God, it works. Oh my god. So glad I did this. That was actually quite enjoyable. It worked. I'm gonna message my dad. Hello. Last time we spoke was Wednesday and now it is Friday, 31st of October, Halloween. Woo. I left you on Wednesday doing some scroll sawing, cutting things out. I knew I was going out on Thursday. Friday came around. It is Friday. Oh my god. On Thursday night, I received an email from Santa who gave us an extra week. So it's now Friday afternoon and I'm gonna continue my scroll sawing. Thanks, Santa. Hello, it is Saturday afternoon. It is 4 o'clock. I have been doing chores this morning, but I have now cut out all of the like little pieces. So now it is just time to cut like the legs, the body, the paws, all the big lines basically. If I get everything cut today, that means tomorrow Sunday I can use a Dremel to sand all the sides and then sort of do some shaping, and then during the week I can paint it, finish it, stick it, which are all indoor activities which I can do after sunset, i.e. when I finish work. Because it's winter, yay! Oh, I need to be here for this final moment. My hands are aching. I've prepared for rain and I cannot see because it's so sunny. Hello. Welcome to my little sanding and carving station. I have a Dremel, which I think I'm going to mostly use for sanding, and I have my little baby carving station. So, one machine for each, make it easier. I literally cannot see. First thing to do is round off the edges of all the pieces that fit into other pieces, because I carved them out of different bits of wood. So when everything fits, then we can begin the details and the rounding. The cat's eye fitting into the eye, fitting into the brown bit around the eye. That almost fits, just a little tiny bit to take off. Oh my god, I just watched the footage back and it pinged off in screen and I haven't found it. Alright, everything is together, but it's time for some lunch. Ah, hey, run out of battery. So, I've been working on rounding all of the pieces. So I did without throwing it on the floor. Little nose, his little tail. And I need to hand sand with a fine grit. Let's go. Now it is time to do some jelly baby cat paws. Last one. Hello, it is Tuesday, the 4th of November. The cat is physically created, now it's time to colour it in. So small. to apply some finish. Yes, that is the time. Now it is time for glow up, but let's tidy this place up first. That's better. Okay, this is completely dry, there is no glue. I've got this cool corner clamp thing that I stole from my dad. So this is perfect for the frame, and then I've got the backer to sit in. So I've got 3 clamps and then something very heavy on the corner. We wait. It's bedtime, boy, I want to see. Yeah, wood glue. I've never made a frame before, I don't think. I am enjoying the contrast between like the golden Danish oil finish and the white maple. It is Thursday. It is Thursday. Time to glue. So the one tiny problem is this piece of maple, this particular piece that I did the head on, we cut it perfectly on the bandsaw, but there was obviously some tension in the wood and now it's like very slightly bowed, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to try and put some clamping pressure to see if I can flatten it against the plywood. We know wood glue is strong, so let's hope. See the warp? I could keep going around this side while this side dries. I think we did it. Doesn't seem to be floating. It's Monday after work and I finally decided to open my present that actually arrived before I finished my project. So I wanted to get my project finished and the house tidied back up of Project Chaos before I let myself open this. So I know who this is from because it magically came all the way from the Swedish postal system in good time. No way. I don't know where I managed to get these from. Honestly, work. But it's so cool. This is electrical cable and a coaster that KJ has cast in epoxy for the first time apparently. Look at that. It is. He even says it's obviously three phase. It's 240 aluminium, 11 kV. Must be 11 because this is LV, which is 3 phase plus neutral. How cool are they? I don't know what skip you rated to get these. But they are so cool. Thanks, KJ. Hope you enjoyed that build video. Please go and watch every other makers video in our little group. Subscribe if you want to see more long form content and have a very Merry Christmas.